right. Typically, I would let that play for a whole lot longer, but I don't have time to tonight because we had some technical problems. Discord was being a pain in the butt. That is why you cannot see who the special guests are tonight, who the co-hosts are, who the other gamers are on the panel. We already have a $10 super chat from D487. Is Jez going to be a special guest tonight? Let's go. Jez is going to be a special guest tonight. Y'all will get to hang out, hear from him. We have a lot of fun topics tonight. We have things like, we got a ton of games coming out. Pick one. You can only pick one. Which one are you going to go with? And I know that some people buy multiple games and all that, but it's just a fun little exercise, little conversation grabber right here. And then SAROS has gone gold, and the developers did an interview, and they talked about what they wanted to, what they kind of want people to see and get out of it. So really just want to go over that. It went gold this morning, and when I saw the news in the Discord, I got super jazzed. I did not realize my excitement level was going to be that high for that title once, that news came out. But it, for something happened this morning when I saw that, and my excitement went through the roof. And then also Nintendo lost again. And it's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about that. And also April's PlayStation Plus month. I had said that it was bad, but that's because I got roped into a bad article. We are going to cover what the actual games are going to be. So if you were in the Discord, you saw what I posted, and then you saw a correction on what I posted. But yeah, I was looking at the wrong month. We're going to be discussing what's coming out this month for PlayStation Plus Essential. And then kind of the big news of the week that I want to cover is that Stellar Blade developer Shift Up has purchased Unbound. And I find that pretty interesting. A company that went from, hey, we are going to have to shut our doors and we won't be able to finish this game and get it done. PlayStation comes in and says, no, we got you. We're going to help you. And now they're buying another studio. That's pretty freaking cool. So we're going to talk about that. I am excited to welcome in Jez and Enate into the gaming den. So really excited to get those two guys in here. And as you heard just now, they're already talking. Guys, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? We're talking about TVs and projectors.
Yeah, oh, TV, or...
TVs, yeah.
TVs.
Snap and TV.
Yeah. Listen, I was so close to getting a new TV this year. Listen to what happened. I come home, or I get a call from work on my way home. And my wife says, hey, the TV won't work. And I was like, what do you mean the TV won't work? And she goes, it's stuck on the Hisense screen. And I said, like, stuck? She goes, yeah, stuck. I said, well, hold the power button. She goes, tried that. I was telling her to hold it for 10 seconds. It'll do a hard reset on it. She goes, tried that. I said, well, did you? She goes, I already unplugged it from the wall. I said, okay. And she goes, it'll load back up and just go to the Hisense screen. So here I am thinking, you know what? It's going to sound really nice. A beautiful $1,200 OLED 65-inch flat screen that they have at Best Buy. Currently speaking. And I come home. It fucking fixed itself. I was so pissed off. I was
Dude,
so
that's when
mad.
You just gotta unplug it and put it in the garbage. Go, hey, bro.
I was so bad. My TV's great.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna play that one off when you told me that she thought it broke, because you were trying to have that conversation for like a couple weeks now, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Just honey. Would you look at that? You know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of it. I'll head to Best Buy.
See, you shouldn't have told her how to unplug it. My wife won't touch it. I'm like, yep, it broke. I ordered it right. Go pick up the new one.
It broke. It's gone. Well,
and then I'll sell on the new one. Like, it does this, and all your shows. I turn into a freaking door salesman.
I really did miss the opportunity, and I kind of kicked myself afterwards because I was like, dang it. Which basically what it was is when she unplugged it, she didn't unplug it for long enough. And to do a full reset on it, you had to unplug it for 30 seconds and not 10 seconds. So it had to actually reset the stupid thing. I was really thankful I didn't have to re-log into Google, because that shit's annoying.
Oh yeah.
It always sends you a notification, says, hey, prove that this is you on this cell phone. And then you do, and it's like too many accounts attached to it.
20 things.
Like, what do you mean?
You never seen the joke online where it's like the guy with the vest on, and you're like trying to get on the plane. It's like, identify yourself. Who are you? And people was like, yo, that's exactly how your Google account be.
D said it's sad when you have to reboot a TV like a Windows computer. Dude, it is. It bothers me. Especially as a guy, I have tried. You can't find a dumb TV anymore. There is no such thing as a high quality dumb TV. Like, you want anything 4K, 60 FPS, VRR, anything like that, you cannot get it unless you get a smart TV, something that is connected into the internet. It's absolutely wild. And because I looked for one about a year ago. I was like, man, if I can get rid of all this bullshit on my television, just come home, hit the power button, and it works. And yeah, no, you can't get there from here. We don't have the technology anymore. But anyways, guys, how Enate, what have you been playing lately?
It's been pretty much Crimson Desert nonstop. Yeah, since day one. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Everything. I've been loving every second of it. It is beautiful. These updates are spot on. They are giving me developer updates like you wouldn't dream. They're doing things I've seen it take developers like 3 to 6 months to do.
So y'all support broken games at launch. I hear you.
No,
you hear that?
It wasn't even that broken at launch.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No, but
I got the Crimson Glaze. Nobody talks bad about this game.
But that's been the joke, right? Like, so people are like, so they're updating all this stuff that should have been in the game already. And I'm like, no. I was like, it is in the game. They're making adjustments because to make it better. The reality is developers make games in a vacuum, right? You only get so many people testing it outside of, NDAs and stuff like that. People get 20 minutes at PAX. You know what I mean? Like, they can't really tell you much, but the adjustments they've made, the fluidity, like, it's not like, I don't think I've never really seen a game evolve this much. Like, me and Jez were just literally talking about how they added the 4K output lock version, plus like you can fine tune it. Like, he's playing on a slightly different setting than me, so I'm playing on balanced, VSync off to get like this smooth VRR, roughly about 60 to 63 FPS, because it bounces because it's VRR, so it keeps it smooth even when it kind of goes up and down a bit. But then he went with the performance, turned on the locked 4K, and then he's getting
and VR and VSync on, because I don't have VR on the projector.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't have VRR.
He's like, it looks amazing.
Oh, it does.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're giving so many different options for so many different configurations. Like, I'm telling you, bro. And like I said, like, there's gonna be 1 or 2 areas, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a crazy battle at some point where there's like 600 people on screen. Yes, it is gonna have a heart attack. Like, I expect, honestly, some people's computers are definitely gonna have a heart attack at that point.
What's the story?
I really don't. I mean, so far, I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but so far,
no, not what is. I'm sorry, how is? I mean, I asked the wrong question.
Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, it's like Mary. Y'all not married. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were. To what happens in the very beginning. But basically they're just a crew. You know what I'm saying? They're a crew of basically barbarian type dudes who like to do good. You got some crazy people on your team. You got that guy that's always drunk. You got the crazy girl who, also likes to get into trouble. You got some more, like, it's a whole group of people that's just like, if you had a team or a guild back in the day, but, obviously this is a fantasy world, and dragons and all this other stuff was real. Like, y'all just love to kick it, get bandits, catch fight bandits and, get drunk and just have a good time, man. Like, they're just doing all kinds of stuff. Like, it's like daily stuff, you know what I mean? Like, they're constantly getting into it with each other. They're constantly going at it, but ultimately it's a revenge story. You're going after the people who got you in the beginning. You know, you spend everybody when you get them back, they're like, yo, when are we going back? Yo, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready to get them. You know, and throughout that time though, you're helping the land. You are working with, you know, the marquis of the area, and the king, and you know, unveiling different areas and helping the local people, and they kind of acclimate to you and start, you know, selling you better things. Like it's a story told throughout, you know what I'm saying, throughout your interactions with all the NPCs. And you know, gradually you just kind of see like a transformation happen as you play the game, depending, and again, it's going to depend on how you play, right? Because this is a massive open world. Like Priscilla keeps asking me, because she's been playing just as long, so Priscilla's probably got about 90 plus hours as well. Cool. And so, you know, then, you know, I like the camp building mechanic. Your camp gets bigger, it expands. They start, you know, you start getting more things to be sold in there, you know what I'm saying? And the whole time they're talking about this stuff, right? Like, you're not just getting more stuff like some games. There's a story behind it. Like, these people have a passion for their thing. So a bunch of people in your group, when you're getting them back together, one person likes to build furniture, the other person likes to build weapons, the other person, you know, does all these things, and they're asking you and going about it and helping you hone their craft. So you're evolving, your relationship with everybody is evolving, and learning about each of your members of the Greymanes as you're going through the story. And then you got that big overarching revenge story, but then you realize there's even more than that. You know, there's this huge land beyond the horizon that is the Crimson Desert, and even beyond that is more land that, you know, people have seen. You know, some of the mechanist type stuff people have seen, and that's a whole in-game thing. And it's, man, I'm telling you, it's awesome.
It's absolutely incredible. The story. So like, I know the story was like, the thing is, it's like, it's two gangs. There's the Greyhounds and the Bears, and dude, these guys just like hate each other. And there's this, and things go down in the beginning, and then you basically come back and you start finding all your people that kind of, without your leadership, have kind of gone and either got arrested, did some things, and you start building your camp again. Yeah, it's because they thought you were dead, and you came back. And in the whole thing, there's another thing where there's this, you think like, what's all this freaky stuff that you have, all this digital stuff, like this kind of animist type look, and there's like this other world or something that people, scientists and stuff, are looking into, and there's like these other powers, and you grab some of these powers, and that's where you have these crazy kind of futuristic things where it's like in some animist type thing, and I don't even know what it is. We're still finding it out. But the game, the story is really, you do a lot of things for the town, and just the way it emerges, it is so incredible. Like, there's no load screens, and you are just all over the place in just doing stuff. Like, you'll be walking through the town, and either somebody will pickpocket you, somebody will just come over to you and hand you a letter, and it's either a mission, it's a how to do something. The leveling tree and all the stuff that you get, you do these crazy moves. There's a whole full hand-to-hand combat with RKOs and body slams and all this other stuff. There is different swords, axes, pickaxes, chopping down trees and harvesting lumber. You could use your powerful hand, the strong hand, to kind of pull down trees and slingshot and grab enemies and use it for puzzles. And there's so many elements to it. Like, I think this is the kind of open world experience that you would think Rockstar would deliver. Like, a kind of like, this is the kind of stuff like you'll get in a Red Dead, you'll get in the GTA. And the fact that they delivered it in some sort of futuristic steampunk fantasy world, it is so refreshing and different. And there's so many things. Every time I boot this up, there's something new. There's so many. And the thing is that it doesn't feel, and Nate can say too, I don't feel that any of the mini games or the mini elements that they have, like the camp building, like the pets and the companions and the mini games that they have in there, nothing seems to be just like thrown in there as a kind of like something to keep you busy. Like, everything has depth to it. The fishing has a whole, you got to fight the fish, and it is a whole game where it's not just stick the rod in the water and you wait and you just pull.
It will break.
It'll break, and you could upgrade different types of fishing rods. You could do a whole fishing thing. You could do a whole stealing people's livestock and selling them in the black market. Anything you can do, you'd be stealing all the stuff. You could be like a vigilante and just do bounties. There's so much stuff, and the weapons. And what's crazy is that it's not something where you have to wait 10 hours in. They give you the flying, the floating. You get everything right up front. Like, you get all the moves. The fighting is awesome too. Like, you could fight 50, 60 people, and it is smooth as. And you would think like, whoa, this is not Everwild combat, not Everwild, like some sort of like these Skyrim or something like that, where it's very slow, or even a Kingdom Come 2 or something like that. It is like an action game the way they fight. Like, it is great. Like, and the enemy, the boss fights, everything is unique. Like, every boss fight that I've done, it has a unique element. Like, there's one where you're fighting while you're flying and stuff like that. Like, it is crazy. There's so much in it. I'm surprised you didn't get it.
Surprised I didn't get it?
Yeah.
Nah. That game sounds like a chore and a half.
No way.
Okay, I'll tell you this. Just pick it up
when it's on sale.
When it's $19.99.
That's it. We're doing this podcast. We're funding Thrifty getting Crimson Glaze.
I don't please don't. I don't want it. Don't do that. I don't want it.
We gotta give him the glaze.
Listen, if you want to fund a game for me, Pragmata is coming up, and so is Saros, and
but I can explain it though, right?
You gotta use this.
I can explain it because a few people have quit, right? And I can tell you why, because they all pretty much quit for the same reason, right? So, but I'm gonna tell you the funny thing. Everybody that also quit, that I personally know that games, they quit and then they're like, I think it's something I'm gonna revisit later. So some people were just not ready for how gargantuan this game is. It is, like I told you, I got like 90 hours in it, and I still feel like I'm not. My build's not where I want to be. I'm still working on doing certain upgrades. I'm still upgrading the camp. Like, again, I love it because I love this stuff. Like, I love digging into this stuff. And I'm gonna tell you right now, one of the things you already know that I don't like, and this game is full of them, is puzzles. Right? Like that's my one gripe. They're not all crazy. I hate puzzles, though. I have told y'all.
D, that's it. Look, it's even red too. D got him. The Crimson Glaze. You're buying it, Thrifty. That's it.
Oh,
D got you.
They got you.
Y'all got me messed up. Y'all got me messed up.
Thank you so much, D.
D, I appreciate it. It has been done. I can now get Mouse PI and Pragmata and Saros.
No. D, refund it. Call YouTube.
Refund it. Yeah.
He got to buy Crimson Glaze.
When it's on sale. Man. D, you're the best, man. Appreciate you, man. See, this.
He said I got you.
And listen. Hey, D, I really do appreciate that, man. $50. That's huge, man. I will say this.
I'll check him, D. I'll make sure he's playing this game.
It is a game that
I'll let you know.
It's a game that two people in the Discord who actually know my gaming habits pretty well both reached out at different times. Were like, "What do you mean you don't know about this game?" And he goes, and I was like, "No, I thought it was just the Black Desert Online." And he goes, well, it's the same team, but they're doing single player, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at it and I was like, I was like, dude, this looks sick. And then I kept seeing like the trailers, and I kept like everything felt weird. Everything looked weird, and I didn't like it. It looked.
Well, remember, I agreed with you.
I know.
Before the game came out.
I know.
Oh man, I can't wait to come back on Thrifty Show after he plays.
And then I had Morgan on the show. And Morgan very much story-driven titles, just like me. Very, very much story-driven titles. And she's like, the game feels eh. She was on her own show, the Auto Players Podcast, the one Enate's on as well. Like, she was on that show, and she said that at the time, this was before my show, that she was like, it's probably a 7. And I told Enate afterwards, I was like, she's gonna drop that score. When she was on my show, she was like, I mean, it's okay. It's so. And I was like, okay. So knowing the way
you want me to tell you what her problem is, though?
From what I understand, it doesn't have
Morgan wants to do what she wants to do when she plays the game, right? If you play this game a certain way without doing the proper upgrades, You don't have to get the legendary stuff. I was just trying to help her out and make it easy.
Yeah.
But if you rush through or just play blind, when I say play blind, I mean like you're not really paying
social
attention
media
to the systems. Yeah, like you're not paying attention because you're not getting the right upgrades and stuff like that. You're going to reach a hard point where the game is going to severely punish you because you don't have the gear in place in order to take on the task. And she doesn't like that.
Yeah,
So
and the
like
thing
she had
is,
to look it all up.
everything is open to you. You just got to get there. So what I found is I got the Hanzo sword, and it's right into town. You sneak in, you steal the sword, and you get it. And then I just like threw all the upgrades. I refined it. I found the witch who then added elements to it and stuff like that. And now I'm rocking my Hanzo sword. So like there's so much to this game, but it's all there for you. Like if you just go on Twitter and somebody's like, hey, I found this crazy armor. You don't need to be like level 60 to go get it. Go get it. You go to the map, you create a journey, just go get it.
Yeah.
And there's caves, there's so much stuff. Like, I'm impatient as hell. So like for a game to hook me, like if it's not action, if there's like wait to the 5-hour mark, a lot of dialogue, and, dude, I'm done.
So how'd you do at Cyberpunk?
I didn't play Cyberpunk.
Oh, see, I put 70 hours in that shit.
Cyberpunk was too much goddamn talking. I just wanted to play.
But it was so good. The story was so good.
I played a little bit of Cyberpunk. I couldn't get into it.
Listen,
Don't let him fool you. I had to drag him kicking and screaming.
Listen, hey.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it, dude.
No,
I loved Witcher. Witcher I loved, but Cyberpunk did not.
You didn't have to drag me kicking and screaming to Cyberpunk, sir. Once I got
bought
in
it 3
it,
times,
actually,
and I still
that's
never got
not true. He had to get me through the first act. Well, what I call the first act. The first 10 hours of that game are annoying as shit.
I know Frogs loved it. I bought it with PlayStation, and then I waited for them to fix it, and then I tried it. I wasn't in it. I bought it on PC. I tried it for about 4 or 5 hours. I just couldn't get into it.
Listen, Cyberpunk 2077 is the ultimate shit sandwich. It is 10 hours of shit, 65 plus hours of filling, which is amazing content, and then depending on your ending, 3 hours of shit. That's what it is. That's just
this is better than Cyberpunk.
And so like that's the way I felt about the game. That's why I give it an 8. Like Cyberpunk is not a 9 to me. It's not a 10. It's an 8. And the story and the writing is carrying probably 7 points of that score.
I'm glad you recognize
this game. It's freedom and gameplay that carries this game, and some little story here and there, but it's freedom and gameplay and it like listen. I'm telling you right now. If this was me, if this had the Rockstar name on it, everybody would have a different opinion, because this is the kind of open world that people would think a GTA or Red Dead. The everything that's on the shelves, you could steal, you could buy. Like it's just like Red Dead in that kind of detail.
I know.
I think it's even better than Red Dead in the sense like Red Dead was a little too much minutia. This has just enough where it feels like a real open world.
I do agree with that. So see the thing.
RDR2 sucked.
That I realized with RDR2 though. With people,
it's too much.
The difference
too much.
Well, they had a bunch of stuff. Like, think about all the stuff that you did during the story, right?
Dude, I fell asleep riding my horse.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and most people don't.
In real life, I was sleeping, holding up. I was like,
he was sleeping on a horse while trying to play RDR2. This bastard.
You got to go to the other side of the map. I held up on the horse. I fell asleep.
This bastard's riding through upstate New York on a fucking horse, just chilling, going, and some other horse was coming along with a TV, and he's holding the PlayStation.
Dude, I fell asleep. They're like, go find some people to fight. I fell asleep.
Okay, so the intro to RDR2 took me 3 different settings because I kept falling asleep when you're trying to go through the fucking snow.
Everybody hates the snow. I've known several people who played in the snow. So that's
it sucks. That whole setting sucks. Everything about that game at the very beginning is enough to make me want to rip my hair out. And when I loved Red Dead Revolver, I loved Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption was the perfect balance
2 was a little much
of freedom and real world shit. Like you had to skin your own animals, you had to hunt your own food, you had to do all of that was pretty dang cool. And then they made me have to give a shit about my climate control and my beard. You can eat a big old bag of dicks and keep that to yourself. I'm out. That was vitally annoying.
Yeah. It was too much.
Fun fact, I used to play Genshin with my son because he would grind and I would go and do like the trials and stuff. And like we had a cool system worked out. Once we got to the trial that actually started like chilling you and you had to go warm up by campfires, I stopped playing. That crap is annoying. It almost ruined Tomb Raider for me because I don't like it when you're like, well, now they have to wear a blanket. Now you have to put them in and a little bit of it I can take. But once you start making it like a menu item, I'm out. I'm just out. Like, it's too much. It's too much. I'm not there to play a real life simulator. I'm there to play a video game.
Yeah, and you could climb on anything in this game too, like Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, that's so awesome too. Like, you're not limited to stick on the paths, man. You could just climb anything.
Jez, I love you, but you're naming games that I have zero interest in playing. You're like,
to be fair, everybody,
it's freedom.
That's the only part though.
That's the only part of it. It's not boring like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hate Breath of the Wild.
Right.
That was poor.
But I'm loving this game. So yeah, he's just explaining.
I'm just saying the
traverse.
Like it just shows the freedom of you could do anything and get anywhere. Like they even say, like, climb the mountain or take the road. Like, I'm telling you, man. And there's different mounts. You could upgrade your horse. There's so many freaking things to do, and it's fun. It's natural. Like, you go to like a horse person, and you could buy horses, dude. You could friggin' you go horses. You get wild horses, and you have to tame them, dude. I was catching horses, and I was bucking. I was like holding them on. I got a row of horses.
I was doing that wrong for so long, and then I finally got a legendary horse last night after I watched a video that explained the easiest way in the world to do it, and he was like, just face the camera down and then aim the left stick.
You got to aim to the ass of the horse.
That's all you had to do, and I
got mine
horse in like 5 seconds.
Dude, yeah, I got my horse. I walked around with carrying a baby goat, just to walk around with a baby goat because I caught one.
Nelson, don't know about it. Nelson, I don't even want to hear it, mister. All you play is Mega Man and side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Sir. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, speaking of that, Marvel Maximum Collection. Marvel Maximum Collection is on sale for $24.99 from the PlayStation Network right now. Those are all your SNES titles, so go check that shit out. And if you want to, Loaded Ready Run, Jesus, that's a Magic the Gathering channel. Limited Run Games has a pre-sale going on right now, $39.99. That is on any platform. They still have some left for PlayStation, Nintendo, and for the other console. If you actually play on Xbox, you can get it there.
Hold on. Before we continue, let me check something real quick.
Yeah.
Jez, did you? I'm trying to remember because you play a lot of games too. I'm trying to remember. Were you into Kingdom Come Deliverance too?
Yes.
Fuck that.
So you love.
I like that game a lot. That game was awesome, dude. That was my
right.
Yeah.
Jez makes sense to me. So what up? Watch what I'm putting down.
Okay.
I'm noticing a weird trend, right, with certain people who like, and I mean, they absolutely loved Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, right? And there's a set of those people that really love this game. Then there's a set of people who absolutely loved Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, aka Morgan.
I was just thinking that.
When I say loved, I mean she was
up, Neil?
About to marry this game. Like, she loved that game so
very
much.
Close.
But she is like just distraught over the amount of things to do in Crimson Desert, and she's just like frustrated and just was like, I'm not doing it. And I'm like, but wait though. I'm like it's hard. I
don't know.
But yeah,
maybe she likes the dialogue because there's not a lot of choice dialogue in here. Like, Kingdom Come 2 was awesome. It's like you felt like what you said really impacted a lot of what kind of missions you get, how people perceived you. Like, it definitely, the dialogue was there. This one don't have any of that stuff, like where you choose what to say and stuff like that. Like, that's what I do like the streamlining of it. That's one. But Kingdom Come that was good.
These two titles still bring up it's just about knowing what I like as a gamer, and knowing what I have time for is also another issue. Because I used to love games that I could just go, like, I was talking about this before, but JRPGs used to be 100+ hour experiences, hands down, no questions asked. That's why I bought them. because they were a game you could pop in, and your $60 got you 100+ hours of game time, which was a hell of a deal. It's the way I sold my dad on buying me video games for my birthdays and Christmas, because I was like, Dad, you can get me this toy, and I'm going to stop playing with it for after a week. You can give me this 100-hour RPG, and I'm going to be playing that thing for a couple months at least. And he was like, yeah, that makes sense. So like, that's how I got stuff as a kid. And so like, when you look at that though, I had a ton of time to play those games, a ton. I would go to school, I would come home, I would play video games. Then when I was homeschooled, I would wake up, do my schooling, and at noon, I would go after lunch and get on the PlayStation and start playing. Like, I had tons of time. So big, massive open world shenanigans were fun. Picking up a goat and carrying it around for an hour just because I can and laughing my ass off is fun.
It's funny.
But like, all I think is, man, I could be playing a 30, 40, 50-hour story game right now, and I'd probably be more entertained than picking up a goat. And so...
See... let me just say, the thing is because the story is not like a very narrative, super narrative driven, it is just get in the world and you just kind of do stuff and you just level up. Everything has like a reasoning for it. So like, that's the cool thing. Is like, you could pick this up and just kind of just go somewhere on a map and just, there's everything. There's so much stuff in between. Just come upon villages and bandits and just like secrets and stuff. Like there's not like you're out of it and you got this narrative where if you don't play it for about a month or so, you can be like, I don't know what the hell's going on. That's what's so great about it. Like, you just you could just jump in and just do stuff, and it's fun because there's so much you can do. That's the thing, like fighting, like I said, all the stuff. Like there's so many elements, the camp building, sending people out. Like it's really, it's really good. But if you want a narrative story that's going to pull you in, like this pulled me away from Resident Evil. Like I loved Resident Evil 9. It was freaking incredible. I was like cooking in that. And then all of a sudden this came out and I was hyped for this game. Dude, I was hyped for this game. And then I was like, I did not think that I was going to have like 20 hours in 4 days or something like that. It's just, I cannot stop.
That's kind
I'd even make my wrestlers in wrestling. I still have to do the Xbox Road to Ashenada. I didn't even make my characters yet. We're gonna miss WrestleMania. I got to make them.
You're like
a second job.
I just want to play. I got
to make Asha in wrestling. I got to make Phil. I can't do this. I'm playing this game.
It is super compelling. It just keeps pulling you back in. And like, don't get me wrong. Like just like Jez said, I was enjoying. Matter of fact, so was Priscilla. Priscilla was also playing Resident Evil.
Resident Evil is so good. The pacing is incredible. They did such a good job.
The pacing is great and stuff like that. Like the game is good, but yeah, it pulled. Matter of fact, that's 3 people. So including me, Jez, and Priscilla, that we were all playing Resident Evil 9, and we started playing Crimson Desert, and neither of us have been back.
Nope.
like I want to go back. I keep telling myself, hey, you could probably finish that game if you would just hurry up real quick and just get to the end of that. And I've seen other people complete Resident Evil, but you know what I'm doing right now? I'm destroying bandits, dual wielding in a village in the countryside, and they're gonna get this work. That's what's happening right now.
And then you see somebody did somebody showed how they were able to float in the air or do that boost and stuff, and I'm like, I gotta go try that. And I'm like gotta go run back and do stuff. Or you found somebody had this cool armor and stuff like that. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta go get that.
But like, give me though. It's not for. It's like any game, right? There's obviously going to be people who are just not going to dig it. The on ramp for this game is not 5 seconds. So I get some people, like I've seen some ball and gun gamers give it a shot, and they were like, "Yo, I took it back. I was in there gave it 2 hours. I'm done." Like I get it. Like certain people,
there's a lot of buttons. The customized controls didn't come yet. So
like now I could, but even then, now I could play the game in my sleep. All the controls, it's nothing. I could play it in my sleep. And I was one of the ones that were like, I feel like they should refine this and do some other stuff. But like, at the same time, like I'm good right now. Like I understand everything. I understand the complex controls. Like some of the stuff wasn't even complex. It was just the fact that you have so many options. And now that you're in the game and you really get it, you realize how much stuff you have access to, like at your fingertips. And that's what makes it complicated. But yeah, like I said, man, it's incredible. Like I said, any game, it's not going to vibe with everybody. I done had a million people ask me, whenever I list all my games for April, how come I don't list SAROS? And like I told you, I didn't like Returnal, so SAROS is not on the list. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask people, there's tons of people that believe Returnal is like PlayStation's best game this generation. So it's like at any given time frame, man, something could not click with you. So I'm not promising nobody it's gonna click with you, but if it does, I hope you got PTO. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
pretty much it, man. And I did try Screamer. To be fair, I did. You know, when I can pull myself away, you know, before bed, I did run a race or two in Screamer, just to give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? See how it plays out. I have access to it for free on Steam, so I was like, why not? So that game's cool. I like the little anime style stuff going on with that game. And then like Jez was saying, you know, I am trying to finish Resident Evil. I put a decent amount of time in that. And then something happened that pissed me off. That was another reason why I haven't been back, because I remember exactly where I was in Resident Evil, and Resident Evil always does something that pisses me off, because they get me every time. But they told me something. They were like, oh, you could do this in this room. And I got to the room and I couldn't do it. And I was like, oh, they meant back there. So they lied to me and set me up, and I died, and I was mad. So that happened. Yeah, they were like, oh, you can put her down.
Or you think it's over, and then it's like, oh, no, there's another building you got to go into. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, I thought I got out of this thing.
Everything starts resurrecting around you, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to come back to life now. So
yeah, they do some
I'm enjoying
recycled stuff.
The moral of this story about what I'm playing is that, man, there are a lot of freaking great games right now.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all are out here playing some amazing games too, because me and Jazz having a party. So that's all I'm saying.
Can't stop.
So I started Gears on Monday.
Now
with
Crimson Desert. Holy crap! You can believe it.
No, listen. No, listen.
Oh man,
that game is the definition of fun with friends. Okay, that's it. That's and nausea. Like there's. I can't run.
You talking about the roadie run?
I can't run in that game.
The roadie run is ridiculous
because the zoom in, low to the ground, shaking camera, quickly coming back out, trying to shoot something. Literally, like I was playing with Josh on Monday, and we had to stop after the first act. I was like, hey, we're gonna have to do this an act at a time, blah blah blah, because I just can't with the camera.
Oh, you're doing co-op. You're not playing online, because you'll turn that off right immediately.
No, yeah, him and I are playing co-op. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because if you.
And so it's bad though, and there's no POV slider. The button schematics are weird, but I will say this: it was fun. Josh and I laughed our ass off playing that game. So that game is a full definition of fun with friends. And then I'm still playing through Shinobi, and that game is awesome. Really enjoying it. I'm stuck on a puzzle section right now, so I had to get off of it because that pisses me off when I can't figure out side scroller puzzles, because I feel like I'm a dumbass. And I'm like, man, there's only so many screens it can be on. The answer is somewhere. You're just an idiot and you're missing it. And lo and behold, it's probably a lever that's hidden behind a rock formation or some shit. But that game has my attention a lot. Space Marine 2, when I just feel like going in and having some mind-numbing killing. And to be honest, I am just waiting now for SAROS, because it went gold this morning and my interest level went through the roof. And so, yeah, I'm going to be there day one, overpaying for a game by $10. That's going to be me, because that game should be $60 all day long. But that's okay, because I want to play it. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I'm interested to see how the reception is for that game, because it seems like, I mean, I've observed some stuff. I'm not going to say what I've observed yet, because I could be wrong, but I know how people are really obsessed with the difficulty on that game as far as Returnal.
Yes.
So I'll be interested to see how they've made some adjustments. I've seen some of the second win playthrough where, the person died and they were able to get back up, and some other stuff. It seems a lot more, I don't know, like they thought out a lot more of the systems, more for the gamer this time, and they haven't obscured them so much. I felt like there was a lot of obscurity in Returnal when I played it, or even when I've seen other people play it. Like I've seen other people play, and be really confused. Besides Kid Smooth, obviously we know how that goes with Kid Smooth.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's just a whole thing.
Damn, shots fired. Shots fired.
I mean, he knows what happened. He remembers. He was playing with like 7 leeches on his body and asking the chat why was his health not going up.
I think he was crying too.
Yeah. He was like, I don't know.
Why am I
going? It was so funny, and like people, like it was literally on the screen at one point while it was happening, why it was happening. Like it was explaining, the leeches were like doing it, but he was like, but they make me stronger though, and like, but it told him in the thing, but at the cost of like this.
Right.
It's like it's a detriment, and he just didn't read it. He goes, "What do you mean I need to read? I don't read. Why would I read in games?" And I was like, "Oh God." Yeah. It went that bad.
Why do I read in video games, bro? You just took away PS1, PS2, and some of PS3. Like, why do you read in video games? Tell me.
Exactly.
That's Nate. That's why you always say stuff about like people who've only been in gaming for like the past 5 years, and we've been doing this shit for 30. Like, sit down. Just hush.
I told people, like I said, I have forgotten more games that I've played than most people have played, and it honestly happens all the time. Like we were having an NES conversation the other day, and I was just posting stuff in the chat. I was like, bro, I don't even remember. I forgot I played this. But when you pull them up, you remember. So we were talking about stuff, and as I put the image in the chat, so images are like, a lot like sound. When you hear something that it comes back to you. We seen that image, and everybody in chat, oh, I remember that game. Oh, and then this game, and pole position, and it just turned into a whole nostalgia thing. And I was like, yeah, you could tell who's really been here from the beginning, man. It's been a long run, a great run.
Yeah, but, It really has, and that's why gaming is in a very interesting spot right now. Not because... I don't really think because of gaming necessarily. Well, yeah, never mind. We're not going to get into that. So, yeah, anyways. The month of April, we have Pragmata. We have, let's see, Pragmata, SAROS, Darwin's Paradox. Oh, sweet! Shinobi gets a DLC. Hell yeah. It's the Sega Villain Stage DLC comes out this month. Sweet. Anyways, Tides of Tomorrow, Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred comes out, Inconbini. This is the one store mini stories. That's where you're a, what are you?
You are
convenience store owner.
Convenience store worker.
Yep.
You work for your grandma.
And so let's say this. Out of the games that are coming out this next month, you do have the big ones. I know Jez is going to be on the Atomic Heart. I know he's going to get that one immediately because he loved that game and it was his favorite. And
wait, it's out again?
No, it's the Blood on Crystal DLC.
No,
I cannot believe they're still bringing out DLC for that game.
Dude, I played a little bit of that game. It was all right.
I know. I was just messing with you. But yeah, so we have a ton of games coming out this next month. You've already heard the guys speak a little bit on, or you heard Enate speak on SAROS. SAROS has gone gold. They talked about a little bit of that. Jez, what are your thoughts on SAROS, man? Do you think with some of whatever the evolution is, as they call it, here's the article that I'm referencing right here with VGC. It says, I hope people say this is a bold game. Housemark on how SAROS evolves from Returnal's punishing formula. And so what do you think on, like, are you getting SAROS? Are you day one on this? Did you like Returnal a lot? What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I'm getting it. Day one. I liked Returnal. I liked what it did and the elements of it. Again, I'm not a fan of reset and do it over again. But for some reason, Returnal, I like the randomness of it. It kept me kind of. It didn't seem like the same type of thing because I'm not one person that wants to do the same run every single time. Keep running, and it's just get better. I like that it was a little like it was varied and stuff. But again, it was definitely a challenging game, and sometimes when you would just die, like it would just be like, I'm done with this. So it sounds like this one, they're taking a lot of that into consideration. Like, I feel like that they're making it more of a hub on how difficult you want it to be when you die. So it's not as grueling where you die. It's just like, hey, start at the beginning, do it all over again.
Yep.
And it definitely seems like there's a little more structure to this, and they're making it more of a game in the sense of, basically, you know, how, like, do you want to go in there with no weapons? You want to add these mods? You want to do this stuff, and kind of telling stories, a lot more cutscenes and storytelling, which, you know, Returnal didn't have a lot at all. Like, it was just a little flashback here or there. And this one seems like it has much more of a team, more people that, you know, more cinema to it, where narrative that will keep you going through it. So I do think that that's definitely, I'm interested in it. The thing is that they make incredible gameplay. Their gameplay feels like an old school arcade game. And that's where Returnal really hooked me. Like, I felt like I was just like in the arcades with that game. And they do, and it definitely too, it looks like they not focusing so much on that voxel stuff. Whereas Returnal, I felt like a lot of the enemies kind of were just like shapes sometimes, or just put together. This one, it does seem like there's a little more structure to these enemies, and they actually look like, you know, real things that you're fighting, not these kind of abstract voxel type things that they were, you know, you were fighting there, like a box that was just shooting at you. You know, Returnal had some weird ass enemies in there. This one seems to be a little more demon oriented, like, yo, and I like the element too with the eclipse. How, like, you know, when that eclipse happens, everything gets crazy and everything gets amped up. So that's a cool element too, where it changes the whole visual of there and the challenge. So yeah, again, I want something that's challenging and fun, but not something that's grueling where I'm done with it. So hopefully they meet that balance there. But they do make some really incredible gameplay. It looks awesome, and I think, you know, with you know, another issue that Returnal had at first was like it didn't really have the sharpness to it, because over time they added updates and stuff like that. But this one, I think, with the PSSR and what Sony has right now, like with the Pro and things, I think this one's going to be like it's going to look really awesome and play really well. So I'm down for it, definitely.
That's actually what I'm hoping, and you know, you're not very far off, because this is what the actual head of the studio said. He said, For us, it was not about not diluting the Returnal experience and actually just making sure that it could be more approachable to more people, said creative director Gregory Loudon. This game still is going to kick you down, but the difference in SAROS is that you come back stronger. It's literally our tagline. But it doesn't mean that it's not a challenging game. It's challenging and rewarding, so every death is valuable. For us, it was about keeping what made Returnal right and then adding this element that could kind of allow more people to jump in. Like many, I saw the debut trailer for SAROS, and the first details emerged. I was initially worried about the game would be too easy in response to criticism of Returnal, so Loudon's comments are good news. We're sitting with Housemarque and just 20 minutes down the road. Remedy Entertainment is working on Control Resonant. That's another freaking game I can't wait for.
Oh, that looks good too.
My gosh, I love that game. I haven't even touched it, and I love the way that game looks. I will take that all day long. My only concern is that this studio has never done a game like this, and that's my only little worry, and I didn't even have that worry until, I think it was Enate that was on the podcast and mentioned that. But SAROS, the more they keep talking about it, I kept saying I wanted a demo. I wanted a demo because I wanted to see what that actually felt like. But the more they describe it, the more it sounds like, and y'all are probably going to laugh when I say this, it sounds like TMNT Splintered Fate, which is a roguelike Ninja Turtles co-op game. It started out on mobile and then came over to PlayStation. It's one of the games that I beat last year. And I kept playing it, and I put like 12 hours into that game, which in a little tiny roguelike like that is actually, it's enough to beat it and complete it and do 8 different run-throughs of it. But I loved it because every time you died, you could take points that you had earned and go buy the unlocks that made you stronger. So that would get you a little further. That would get you another stage in. And then you would go back and do it again. Then you would go back and do it again. And they had branching pathways in there. So one way would lead you down this part. And then in order to beat the game, you had to go back and do the other part. And so it had a replayability about it. But every single time you died, you had the ability until late game. And then it was almost once every 2 runs you could buy something because the price of everything kind of went up. But that type of stuff, is what keeps me engaged, because I don't feel like my death was in vain, null and void. I don't feel like I just wasted time. And so I really hope that with what they keep saying, that will be something that they, that will be what this is. Like, that will be what this feels like. Like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. I'm going to die a lot. But every time I die, I feel like I got something with it. And so, oh, it was Josh. Okay, it was Josh that said, be careful with control. Got it. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. I wanted a demo. Now I don't really care. These comments, I'm there day one. And Nate, what about you, man? What do you think about this? Is this something that would pique you enough to be like, hey, I'm there day one now?
Nah. And
okay.
I gotta wait and see, because like I said, I didn't even finish Returnal, even close. So while this stuff sounds promising, like their other problem is competition isn't zero. So I'm not clamoring for a game this month. Like, I'm already picking up Replace, Pragmata, Mouse PI, Inkobini, and Aphelion.
Ooh.
So, like, I mean, those games are all day one. So you got a lot to compete with. Now, you know me. I typically buy more games than the average. So it's not a problem to pick it up if I want it. But it has to prove to me that it's something that I want to play. Because me personally, like I said, if the difficulty is the main driving factor again, a big thing for me is like a game being difficult does not do anything for me. Like, it's not a sense of accomplishment. It's just, something where eventually you'll get better and you'll get past it. So that part doesn't specifically excite me. I do think the game looks really good. I like what I'm hearing, but I need to see that into fruition, see what that really means, and see if it looks enticing enough to add it to a pretty large list of games coming out in this month now, as well as I might be also picking up Samson. So like that's only going to be on PC to start with. So that's a lot to play. That's and then of course I was considering even doing another Starfield run on PC. I already own the premium edition, so I don't have to buy anything. But that's another thing. So it's like I have so much to play. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be done with Crimson Desert either. So it's just Resident Evil still. So I'm still bleeding from games, prior months. So, I mean, this game has just got a gang of competition as far as getting my attention. But, hopefully the people that are really, really looking forward to it, it sounds good. I know Omar is picking it up day one on the panel. I think he might be the only one on our panel picking it up day one. But, yeah, I mean, the people who are excited for it, the people who really loved Returnal, like, I can automatically see, like, some crazy sales. And the previews sound like people are really, really impressed.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a hit. I hope it's much bigger than the last one. Because, even games that aren't specifically for me, if it's a good game, I hope they thrive. So, and, Housemarque has apparently been killing it. And it might be something that I just pick up later down the road, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, that's kind of where I started. But, man, as it's kept going, and then, like I said, once I saw that headline today, I was done. I was like, I got so freaking excited, and I don't know why. And I was like, you know what? I'll follow my instinct on that one, because generally speaking, it hasn't been wrong except for Lost Soul aside, and we're not going to bring that up. But I got really excited for it. Now, Pragmata has my attention, but like Quiet Doom said in the chat or in the Discord, Capcom games go on sale really quickly. So, like, I'll just grab it when it's on sale. And so they also come into Plus really quickly. So, like, just like with Space Marine 2, it might hit Plus before it gets down to the price that I'm willing to pay for it. And I
didn't play the demo to Pragmata yet.
It's so good. You need to.
Yeah, you should play the demo. It's really
It's really good.
I'm probably just gonna. I just knew I was gonna get the game. Like, I'm just gonna get it. Yeah, like that's the thing. Pragmata and SAROS, I'm getting. Like, yeah, I'm getting that, and yeah, I that's why I build a backlog. I just build a collection on stuff, and so then I just see all my games and see what I want to play tonight. I treat my gaming like an arcade. Like, I just want my collection, and then it's like, what am I in the mood for tonight? And then it's just like all the games are there. And that's what I play.
I like that I heard your hands rubbing together when you said that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you heard my hands rubbing together?
What am I getting?
I'm like, what am I going to play tonight? Do I want sports? Do I want to get lost in Crimson Glaze? Do I want to, shoot some zombies like that? And that's I just got I got all there, and that's why everybody's like, I finished the game the weekend. I'm like, dude, Resident Evil is probably gonna get finished over the summer. I'm gonna be like, this is incredible. It's only the multiplayer games where you feel like that FOMO. Like, for these single player games, man, I just let them cook. Like, even Ghost of Yotei, my son beat it over the weekend. Like, he beat it as soon as I still never beat it. I'm still going through that. I was doing that before I got that Resident Evil came out.
Quick. I got that platinum quick.
So that I gotta finish. So like, yeah, I do that same thing. I don't know. This game pulled me. This game just got me.
Yeah, Ghost of Yotei was a game that I think I took like a 4-day break from because I realized that I had put like 30 hours in like a week in.
The game's incredible.
And
oh my god.
I literally like took a break. I can't remember what I played instead, but I took a break from Yotei real quick. And
yeah, I was playing it in January.
Because I went hard in the paint with that game.
Dude. Like that was my January. Everything until Resident Evil came out, I was just going through Yotei. That's what I was doing, like trying to get as much done as possible. And then Resident Evil came out, and then the wrestling came out, and I was playing that, and then this came out, and this took everything away. So, and I don't know, Pragmata, I'm gonna see, but yeah, but definitely SAROS because it's something different. Pragmata, I'm definitely interested in that. And then, but again, all those games, everything's gonna have to wait because there's something coming out that I'm really looking forward to that nobody's mentioned. I can't believe nobody in the chat either.
What?
Starfield.
Oh no, Enate did, but he mentioned doing a playthrough of it. But like, I don't.
7th. Dude, I'm stopping everything to play Starfield.
I don't know anybody who has any buzz around that game at all. But
it's ruining my birthday. That's all it's doing to me.
Listen, Bethesda fans are super
shit on my
quiet.
birthday cake.
And so, like, I think the game's still going to sell 1.5 million. Like, I think it'll still hit. Heck, it has the potential to do 3 million. The Bethesda fans, dude, they'll buy anything with that stupid name on there. And you know they will.
Dude, I wonder if it has all the 10 times loading screens on the PlayStation version.
And they'll be quiet about it, too. That's the weird thing. Is they'll just be... You don't hear anything from those folks. 720K? Oh, nah. I think it hits 1.5 to 3. I know that's a wide range. I think 3 is my like stretch goal, but I really do think it hits 1.5. And I think it hits it within... I'm going to say it hits it within 3 months. I know too many freaking people who do not watch YouTube, who do not get on the internet at all, and absolutely were drooling over the Oblivion remake. They were drooling over that. They played Starfield on PC and were like, oh, it's so great. Can't wait to see what they do with it on PlayStation. Like, absolutely. No, I have a weird feeling. And Josh, you might be right. I might be overestimating it. Because the buzz, the buzz is super bad. But like, I don't know. People seem to love their Bethesda sloppy yuck titles. And so, anyways, did Enate bounce out of here?
I don't know. I just landed on the spire. I fell from the sky and landed on one of the highest points on the map. I gotta take a picture.
All right, so while Jez is taking photos, we will move on to our next headlining story because Nintendo lost again. Nintendo lost again. Fuck you, little pricks. Nintendo lost again. The U.S. Patent Office revokes Nintendo's patent on summoning characters to make them battle. Ha! You dummies. You
I
can't.
mean, you remember me having that conversation when they first filed that, and I said, "There's no way that should be allowed to go through."
I know, but then we also said, but it is Nintendo, and they have a way of making this shit happen. So, like, really, really. Josh said, "Careful, they still have ninjas." Nah, man, they're injured now. They're injured. The ninjas are on the sideline injured. That's what happened. That's the only way this got through. So basically, guys, this is from Pal World, essentially. This is from that crap that happened, what was that, 2 years ago now? 3 years ago? And basically, Nintendo tried to sue, or not tried, they did, well, yeah, no, they tried to sue Pocket
They
Machine.
got it. They
Machine.
got it, but they
Pocket
only
Pair.
got them to specifically change like the catching mechanic because it basically looked like a Pokeball.
Correct.
So
Like,
that's the part they got them to change.
but they
Yeah.
can still summon things. They can still do stuff like that. None of that stuff happened. Power World knew they didn't have a case. Power World kept going. They signed a deal with Sony. They did all this other stuff. They're developing another game now. They're doing like Power World just went on with life and like sunned Nintendo over in the corner is what it felt like. Like, okay, you have your lawsuit. Go away. We're going to keep making this stuff until y'all physically find a way to stop us. And, well, it's not going to happen. And so...
Yeah, I mean, they announced their biggest launch for a update since, honestly, their prior one, which was also massive. And they said this one's even bigger. So, yeah, Power World does not care.
Not even a little bit. There's like... And so, you know, if you enjoy Power World, you can keep playing it. If you just enjoy watching Nintendo fail, you can see that on full display here. And this was from the U.S. Patent Office. Our patent office is some of the, like, it don't take much to get stuff through over here. Just some money, some stuff, just slide it on over, and ta-da. And so, like, I'm kind of baffled that the United States... I can believe the UK stopping this. I couldn't believe the United States stopping it. And so, yeah, really cool to see. Jez, what do you think about this, man? What is good day?
I don't even know anybody plays Pal World anymore, but yeah, Nintendo, you know, enough of them. They're just, they think that their shit don't smell and you know, all that stuff. They just pissed off that Pokemon didn't do what it needed to do. That's what they're mad about.
Oh, but there's new Pokemon coming out. Did you know that?
Whatever. Dude, that game, I'd say it's crazy. I ran out, got that game because my son was all into Pokemon with it, and he dropped it a little bit. He's like, yeah, whatever. It was better than the other one, but X and Y was he just didn't get into it. But anyway, Nintendo, they really hold on to it. They're very anal when it comes to stuff when it's their IP because they know that's all they got. If somebody copies their magic or something like that, then they're gonna come crashing down on them. And Pal World should be fine because it's in Game Pass. But anyway, like I don't know who the hell is still playing that freaking game, dude. That was some January jank shit that came out, and it was all hyped up in Game Pass, and that thing dropped right off. Even Sarah Bond, I remember, was talking about Pal World and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, no, I was being more facetious with that. I wanted to cover this because Nintendo's L. That's about the only reason I wanted to cover this.
Nintendo gets the L.
Circle gets the square, Nintendo gets the L.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how this works.
Circle gets the square.
I was super happy to see that because, well, I hate the fact that they've bullied their way around small studios and companies for a long time. And they keep releasing shit products, and their player base is just now starting to semi-catch on. And, well, it's...
well, look at the Switch too, man. Like, it's still, like, it's doing well.
It is.
Like, it is not doing what it needed, like, what you thought it was going to do after the Switch 1. It's doing all right. But, yeah, it's... dude, it's just... It didn't blow up.
Right.
Like, you know...
Raichi said, this is an Xbox Pokemon edition.
Exactly. Yep. That is it. It's a Game Pass Pokemon.
Oh, that's funny. So yeah, real quick story on that one. Just wanted to kind of cover it just a small bit because, my goodness, that's funny shit. Like, I for one still thought it was going to go through. Just a sell period. Okay, next we have, let's do the headlining topic tonight because this is actually really cool. So we've talked a lot on this channel before about, especially with Falky on here, about how when Sony partners with a studio, it bolsters Sony's offerings for the year, and it also helps that studio usually in pretty tremendous ways. We know that Lost Soul aside, they were told, or they said that if Sony didn't come in and help, the game would have never been made. Stellar Blade had kind of the same story. They were shopping it around, didn't really have much funding left, and basically when Sony called, they said yes please, because it allowed the game to be made. And so now, after that game, we've had a sequel announced. Stellar Blade has done amazing. Infinite Nikki is now on PlayStation, or is on console. It is on PlayStation, but I think it might be on Xbox as well. And they have Shift Up the studio, or the developer has now acquired the new studio by Shinji Mikami, which is from Resident Evil. It's really cool when you start thinking about what it looks like to partner with and to empower as opposed to just acquire. And I'm so fucking happy that Shift Up did this. And I'm really even doubly happy that this is not a, hey, PlayStation went and bought them, or Xbox bought them, or, you know, one of the big conglomerates bought Unbound. And so I really enjoy that. Hero said something in the Discord earlier that made a lot of sense. He said that unless a development team is in dire trouble, they should not even pick up the phone for Sony or Xbox or Tencent or anybody like that. Just don't even worry about it. Unless you're in like Infinite Nikki. Oh, my bad. My bad, Josh. I thought it was. My bad. Shift Up had the Nikki money. Yeah, they did, but they didn't have the development talent and the know-how to pull it off. They've said that. They said that Sony came in and helped with all of those things. So that's what I meant by that. Now, the Lost Soul aside stuff, and they also did help with funding. They helped with quite a bit of funding on the back and the marketing, which was huge. So anyways, I'm excited about this. I think this is really cool. And I think it shows that a good case for why I want Sony to partner with more studios and keep like 5 to 7 in-house. Does that make sense? Like, let these studios over here do what they're going to do. And if we like it, we can say it's ours. And we can partner with them. They take the overhead. They take a lot of the success. We could launch them forward, get some fresh blood into the market, and we can have our studios over here focus on these big tent poles and these big, huge new IP and these big games. Because I'll be honest, guys, I don't know how many people really love smaller games from Sony. And so I know I talked about a lot in there, but Jez, we'll start with you, man. Stellar Blade developer Shift Up has acquired Resident Evil creator Shinji Mikami's new studio, Unbound.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. Yeah, it just shows like, Shift Up. Stellar Blade was a pretty awesome game, man. That was another game that just was, I beat through it. That game I could not put down, and they did a great job with that. And it's good that they're partnering with they're buying the working with other people making their stuff. But again, we gotta see, a lot of people have left their studios, Resident Evil creator, like other people left, and that magic, that gusto that they had before doesn't resonate or doesn't travel with them. Sometimes, like look at Jade Raymond, leaves Assassin's Creed and she never has done anything since. So some studios, some people, they have their name and people think like they're gonna. Oh, the other guy, Casey Hudson, was another one from Mass Effect. Never made anything from his incredible, Mass Effect 1 and stuff like that. And he even went to Xbox. He went to Microsoft too. So some of these people, they leave and they try to use their name to to carry something, and we'll see. I think it's great. I really believe in more partnerships and stuff like that. The acquisition stuff I think is annoying, but I do think that it's good. Let's see what he makes. It's a good title to get somebody there. Now let's see what they do with it. But even that Jason Brummel guy, he left for what he was. Call of Duty was his call to fame with zombies. Dude's starting up studios like friggin' Cracker Jacks. He's gonna have so many LLCs and company names he can run out of them. He's asking ChatGPT for the next studio name.
That's ChatGPT. Give me a studio name. It needs to be fresh, exciting.
I need to open up a studio. I got this is my third one. But ChatGPT's like, yo, you gotta pay for a subscription, bitch. You've been using too many names. He's gonna run out of studio names. He's gonna be like the Graveyard. It's 20 studios with him and never one game. But that's the thing. A lot of them do, their claim to their thing, and then they try to do something different or something else, and it's just not there. Look at Jaffe. He could never do what he did with God of War. He tried doing different things and things like that. He never brought back to the Twisted Metal God of War days. He tried doing some indie stuff. It didn't. It just the gusto wasn't there. So a lot of people have their names, they claim to fame, but when they go around, their name travels with them, but they don't technically replicate that. So we'll see what he does. I think Shift Up, let the guy cook, let him do his stuff, and maybe he comes out with some awesome horror game to something that he always wanted to do or something like that. So some studios do it.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head, right? It's not that everybody, it's not that it can't be done, but it's a lot like Michael Jordan back in the day, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason when people mention the team, they mention the team, the 96 Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Because while Jordan is arguably the greatest player that has ever played the game, he still had, Scottie Pippen and the whole
several of the other best players that ever played the game.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the team was fire. You know what I mean?
Rodman couldn't shoot past the 3-foot line, but that dude get 25 boards a game. Don't even.
Yeah, some of them have some of the craziest stats. To this day, they don't get mentioned all the time because Jordan was on their team, but without them, we've seen what happens. So that's what I'm saying. Game development is like that. It's the sum of the parts. The game director is important, but all these roles are important because they come together to in order to make that game. So I agree with Jez. You hope they're able to do it. You hope they're able to get the team they need to do it, but you never know how the vision's gonna go.
Oh hell no! I'm a fangirl the shit out of this one. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be great. Give me some of that Stellar Blade magic. That's gonna be amazing. I
hope so. They seem really confident about self-publishing, so I hope so.
And now here's the deal. But that was my fangirl side, okay? Let me tell you the other side. The other side is the other shoe that could drop. They did not have AAA development chops. Sony came in, helped them quite a bit with that, and then they produced a great game. So having one great game under their belt at the AAA level does not equal knowing a ton of stuff about how to develop a AAA game. That's the only thing that I can see here. Dude, y'all are very new. How y'all gonna take somebody else under your wing when y'all are still a little bit of a baby bird in this space? That's the only thing. But outside of that, this is awesome. I need whatever game they're about to make, as long as it's not too scary because I'm a pansy. But if
the game they made though was for their first game, Stellar Blade was absolutely incredible. It was balance, pacing, story, graphics, combat, shit,
depth. Ending. It had multiple endings.
Yes.
So good.
They knocked it out of the park. But like you said, that was a lot of that was they basically were treated like a PlayStation internal studio.
Correct. They had access to other studios.
Yeah, they had access to the other studios on the internal network,
the
way that internal studios only get. This was part of the thing that people forget. Like, there's a huge list of things that PlayStation did. PlayStation also provided testing, which is huge because that game basically launched flawless. Which a big part of that is the testing. They brought in XDev and a bunch of other stuff. Like, so PlayStation did a ton of help. And I mean, that's why he stated it wouldn't be the game it is today without them, because he said the game got much bigger once PlayStation joined. So that grandiose experience we got out of it, that expanded story, all that stuff came at the behest of PlayStation helping. Not that they're, not good, but a lot of that expertise and stuff is the reason why they're hiring now, right?
Right.
Like, you see them on that hiring spree. So, because we also know, like somebody said, they got that money from, Infinity Nikki and their success with Stellar Blade, but we also know Microsoft is a testament to the fact that it's not always about the money. Because if it was just about the money, they would be mopping the floor with everybody.
That's true.
And they've never been able to do that to this day. So you gotta know the team that you're putting together, what you're trying to achieve. And it makes a big difference. You've seen some of these smaller teams do some incredible things well above their weight class when you've got the right team together with that mix of that right amount of passion, funding, and like it all just clicks, right? And we saw that last year with Expedition 33. Like, the way that just clicked, right? Like, people might not have paid attention.
Hey, hang on. I got to tell you something. Hang on.
Yeah.
So apparently you and I have both been wrong. I apologize in the chat, but they're pointing it out again. Infinite Nikki and Nikki are two different things. So
Nike.
Well,
I was going based off what you said.
I know. I said it wrong. That's my bad. Nike got us victory, for fuck's sake. Sorry, Josh. Yeah. Sorry, Rachie. Continue, Enate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play neither one of them shits anyway.
No, it's a dress-up clothing game. I'm out.
The point stands. That game has nothing to do with the incredible Stellar Blade, which was my point. So, yeah. So, like I said, that's a whole different ball game developing in that field. That's why, he was grateful for that assistance and stuff. And I hope, the team that they put together in the absence of PlayStation is able to let them continue to create great games. Because, I have the platinum for Stellar Blade for a reason. It was an incredible title. I felt like they nailed that perfect difficulty of not being frustrating, because that was my big thing. It looked very Souls-like, for a minute there, and that's a big fear these days, right? A lot of companies are finally coming away from being Souls-likes, when they look pretty close and they're very intentional on stating, hey, we're not a Souls-like, okay? Like, no need to run away. Because it's having the opposite effect. Because honestly, Souls fans are kind of a plague, to be honest. Because if you call yourself a Souls-like, they basically want you to be FromSoft. And if you say you're not, then they may still be enticed. But if you say you are, though, you run away a lot of people who don't like those games, myself included, because I'm not a Souls fan. I just unequivocally find those games
right. So you're not touching it if it says it's a Souls game.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, if they say they're Souls-like, I'm good.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, ejecto Cedo immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect.
Yeah, no.
It's a good beer.
I'm done.
Nobody got down time for that.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not a shit. I got plenty of friends that love them, but that's not my thing. So yeah, like I know when I'm not a fan of that. Like people still going crazy over Sekiro all these years later, and
I never played Sekiro.
Yeah, I mean I don't blame you because you probably would have got stabbed in your neck like 5 seconds.
Yeah, nope. I bought into the Elden Ring hype and I played it one night, mooch, and I was done.
Yeah, exactly. It's the game for people who don't like Souls games.
Yeah,
man. Man, they had a lot of suckers with that one, including myself.
Yeah, I bought it. Yep, that was one of my. I always have a game. I always have a game that I buy that I'm like I shouldn't have bought it. Last year was Monster Hunter Wilds. Then it was Elden Ring, and then the other one was Deathloop. Those are my three.
Okay. Deathloop was a weird one.
That was a weird one, man. That sneaking around shit. I like the story and stuff, but the sneaking, it was annoying. Like,
and I have never seen. It's been a long time since I've seen a game like that where it scored like 10, 10, 10.
Oh
10,
my god,
9,
yeah, you had to get it.
And then the gamers got it and were like, "What the hell did y'all play?"
Yeah, it was boring as hell, dude. As soon as you get detected, like they're like, you could go around and do anything. I'm like, no, it was so like it was. What happened to me was this would piss me off with the Deathloop when I was done. The person that had assassin, I followed them outside and killed them, and they said failed mission, go back home. I'm like, why? You had to kill them inside in the location. I'm like, then what? Where's the openness to this game? If I found a way to kill somebody just following their routine, like it should satisfy the mission. It's like, no, you have to set the trap and it has to fall on him and it has to do this and then you got to set. I'm like, what? This is stupid. It's like coordinated stealth. Like you had to kill them a certain way. It was so annoying. And yeah, I was like, I was done with this. I failed the mission. I'm like, I killed the person right there and I took I did it as like an open world way. Like I actually manipulate. It wasn't a glitch. I just followed him and I killed him before he got into the thing because you know their routine when you go back into it. So I knew that he was going to be outside there before he goes into the building, and I killed him there. And it's like failed. I'm like, what? Like, no,
you can't do that.
You got to go to the attic. You got to set the little candle on the rope, and the thing has to fall on him. And then I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. This is some bullshit.
Have a good day. I'm out.
I had to do like 20 steps. I'm like, you're just dragging it out. I killed him. Give me get out of here. New mission. Nope. Yes, I was done with that game.
So one of the things I wanted to ask is, do y'all think the big conglomerates, like the big publishing houses, and I guess I'll include PlayStation in that as well. Do you think they're done with acquisitions at this point? I feel like so many of these companies have bought up so much shit just to a couple years later just offload it almost. So do y'all think that we're done seeing the big conglomerates absorb and acquire so many of these studios? Anybody can answer that.
I hope so, man. I'm like done with the whole acquisition stuff. Like I don't think we've seen great results at all from any of the acquisitions. Like both Sony and Microsoft, even Embracer. We've seen franchises and studios shut down. Volition got shut down. Tomb Raiders and you know, it's been handed off all left and right. Crystal Dynamics is a disaster ever since, you know, they bought them, Embracer Group or whoever the hell it was, Tencent. I think all this acquisition just made franchises die, studios close. PlayStation, same thing. You know, they bought these studios. Meanwhile, they're doing great partnerships, and yet to see results. Microsoft, same thing there. Like they bought studios and they let them spend 7 years to make a game that's like, like $40. There you go. Again, it's all right. You know, it's really this, and then also even buying, you know, haven't seen what happens to Shinji Mikami, whatever Mikami studio, like it would over in Tango Gameworks, like that. Even Toys for Bob, they thought that was going to make a Banjo. They said we're out of here. So like, there's been a lot of disruption and a lot of cancellation of franchises because of that, and you know, Sony too, with like, you know, partnering. I think, you know, Fire Sprite, Fire Walk, all the Fire teams got fired. So like, you know, they had fire in the name. Maybe not Fire Sprite just yet, but who knows? But
it's going.
It's coming. Media Molecule still says hold my beer. Like they still wait. They don't know what they're doing. Media Molecule. But like, it's just all those acquisitions I think was stupid. They absorbed headcount. They absorbed the debt. They absorbed all the benefits and all the stuff with the studios, and I think it was just all added. Like, just partner and make a product. Like, you know, we got Titanfall. Microsoft partnered with Respawn. You know, Zampella, rest in peace, man. You know, Respawn, like they partnered with them. They didn't have to own them, and we got great Titanfall games. You know, Sony They partnered a lot of times with Insomniac, and they got great games without owning Insomniac. But I think that's the only acquisition really out of all this stuff was really the Insomniac purchase. Maybe with Housemarque now with SAROS, that's another good one. But the Blue Point was a disaster. The all the Firewalks, Fire Sprite, the Concords, it's been mess. I hope they're done. I really don't care. Bungie, that's been another disaster. They should have left Bungie out there to rot. Let Bungie come out with Marathon, then buy him, seeing after Marathon is. Like, that was, and also you want to say everybody goes ponies. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, blame Xbox for everything because they're the ones who started this stupid. They got into panic mode and started buying whole-ass publishers, and that put pressure on other people to start sucking up studios. And I'm sure Embracer and Tencent, we could start with them, and then Microsoft brought it to us City Steps. And then Sony, knee-jerk reaction. But I hope they stop because I think it's stupid. I think the studios they need to have a little bit more pride. They need to be better with their budgets so they're not in these dire, we got to hit a home run or we're fired. So they should basically, when they develop their games, be smart and not assume that the game is going to fly off the shelves and that they're going to make all their money back. They should be cautiously optimistic with their stuff. I feel like these studios are very ambitious. They spend tons of money banking on this thing's gonna blow up, and oops, they come out next to another game and they're done. I think the marketing of games sucks. I think that's a big area where all these studios and these things need to go. I think they're great games, good developers, but they don't know how to market for shit. I think they say the wrong things. They have stupid people go on X and say stupid things that ruin games. And the perception of the game, not the bad game, but marketing is very important and perception is very important. And I feel like these studios go out there and they do stupid shit, say stupid things, or show stuff, or hide things away and not get, I think it's real. Like Crimson Desert actually was a thing. Like, there was a guy running around. I don't know, it was a marketing guy, but he was blocking people, closing shit. Not talking about the console version. Like, there was some doubt. People were saying this was Cyberpunk 2.0. And the stock dropped, and a lot of the reviews and all that shit, and now they're climbing up and doing well with everybody. So I think the marketing is the stupidest thing that I think hurts a lot of these studios, that they work hard on the game and then they do some bad marketing or just bad showing or show it the wrong way, don't announce it the right way, and then their game gets in trouble, and then they get in trouble, and they're like, somebody buy us, we're in trouble. But they lose. They sell their soul to the devil. And then now they're at the mercy, and they're like, oh, but they're going to give us our freedom. No, they're not. They own you. That's it. They'll tell you that they give you your freedom and do what they want, but guess what? Like Booty said, we own your ass. That's what Booty said when he went to Double Fine. I bet you that guy can't wait to get the hell out of there, too. You go, what the hell he do? He lost the freedom of his studio. That Clin game, dude, Booty was like, that shit shouldn't exist unless we want to make it. Your freelancing shit days are over. And that was what the studio was based off of. That was the culture of the studio. And Booty went in there and said, no, you can't freelance. And if you do, that's ours. And we may want to make that game. And these people are like, but that's my private project. It's like, yeah, but you're using our shit. It's ours. We own you. And that's why I said these studios go in very naive, thinking that these bigger companies are going to, nurture them and do that stuff. No, they just want to squeeze the money and the lemon juice out of them, and that's what they want to do as a production studio. So think twice before you get acquired. Jump out of the pot into the fire. But yeah, I hope it's done. Anyway, I hope it's done.
No, you're good. That's kind of where I'm at. I really want it to be done. I want it to be over and finished. Like, I'm so far beyond, let's keep acquiring shit. No. Just push your games out. Be done with it. Let's move on. If a studio needs help, offer a helping hand. Obviously, you can do whatever exclusive content. I don't give a shit. But, like, stop buying studios. Just leave them alone.
Has not been good in the past, man.
But what's interesting is I'm okay with a team like Shift Up expanding and now being a 2-studio.
Yeah, that's different.
Publishing
We're
house.
talking
You know
about
what I
like
mean?
yeah, that's different. Like if it's like these big publishers, like a Tencent, like a Microsoft, like a Sony, you know, like Embracer, like doing that, they're just big, you know, Titanic, just big whales, just eating stuff. If it's little studios that want to partner, or we're gonna get this creative here and stuff like that, I think that's great, because the problem is though is that then somebody may want to buy them now. You know what I mean? That's the, you know, they go, oh, like now it's a 2-for-1 deal. We get the Resident Evil guy and we get Shift Up. You know what I mean? It's like 2 birds with 1 stone. This is great. And then the Resident Evil guy leaves as soon as they sign the contract. You know, starts up with another studio. So I don't know. I think it's good, but it happens all over the place. Like the little companies, like they do something cool, they make something big, and then all of a sudden somebody wants to buy them. I'm surprised nobody wanted to buy Shift Up, but I think the money's tight right now with all these companies, and the inflation is killing them, and I think everybody's now just on money watch. I don't think anybody's in the business now of like acquiring unless it's gonna be like a big merger or some shit. But
yeah, I don't feel like it is going very well in that regard either. Enate, what about you, man? Anything to add?
I mean, we're pretty much all in agreement here. I mean, I don't really see any good results out of it. I think that kind of rat race is over. PlayStation, I think, pulling back is a result of that. You know, kind of cutting off a lot of these studios that were basically doing nothing, and refocusing on the single-player tentpole titles, and refocusing on their core studios. I think that's what they need to do. They're, you know, woefully missing the mark here. Like I said, none of these studios we shouldn't be at this point in the PlayStation 5's life cycle, and every core studio hasn't put out at least 1 game by now.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's crazy. Like,
we're getting 2 and 3.
Yeah, we were getting 2 and 3 before. Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, I think they need to focus on bolstering those studios to handle that dual pipeline the way that you know, the way that not Insomniac, but freaking Naughty Dog does when they're on their A game, where we get that kind of Uncharted, and then we get that Last of Us. Like, they need to work on getting that flow back in motion, back on track, and, you know, try to deliver that same performance out of the rest of their core studios. And I mean, I think we would have way more to go on right now than we do. But, you know, as it stands right now, you know, we're gonna go this whole generation, and you know, Naughty Dog is probably gonna release 1 title. I mean, obviously I expect it to be epic. I mean, it's not about the quality for them, but they wasted a ton of time, you know, building out a multiplayer game that they're not going to release. And then, of course, you had, you know, the team, Ben Studio, who also got their game canceled, which was live service, which, you know, understandably, right? We talked about this. When your company's culture is shifting, you pitch what you think they want to hear. So I get why Ben pitched, you know, a live service game. They thought, hey, you don't want to be on the chopping block. This is what everybody's yelling for, you know, at the executive level. They want to see these live service titles. They should have put them straight into Days Gone 2. You know, for as much as I thought the first game was okay, I thought they had a ton to expand on. They could have really worked off of that, done a lot with the customization and weapons. And I mean, honestly, they had a lot of places they could have gone with the story. So yeah, I think that definitely needs to, not only did the acquisitions need to be over, but like I said, we really need to focus on getting these internal studios back on track, and, you know, building up whatever personnel they need, you know, to do that and get that done. And yeah, I agree. The partnerships are doing well for them. Partnerships, great. Stop acquiring stuff, but partnerships, absolutely down for that. You know, it's giving us some of the best titles ever. Stellar Blade was a partnership again.
Yeah,
giving
us some of the best stuff. Kena was a partnership.
Again, Kena 2 coming out this year too. Oh man,
and Kena 2's coming.
You forget about that. I hope it does. I don't know, man. Do you think it's gonna get pushed?
I mean, the studio, that studio seems pretty confident in their release timing. Like you can usually tell with like certain studios if they feel like they're doing something overly ambitious, and I feel like they're doing just enough. So I feel like they released it. The timing for the trailer, I felt like they're pretty confident if they're saying what we saw already, they is set for 2026. So I think a late 2026 is a solid window for them.
Yeah, that game is gonna be awesome. It looks incredible.
It does look incredible.
I love the first one.
So yeah, keep up these partnerships. China Hero, Foster.
Oh, that comes out too. Lost Phantom. What is
Phantom
it?
Blade Zero.
Phantom Blade Zero. Oh,
Lost Phantom aside. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm done with that. I didn't even touch that game. Lost Soul Side. Nah,
I shouldn't have.
No, that other one, man. Phantom Blade Zero. That one had the awesome music and stuff and the crazy fights. Dude,
yep.
Yo, it's awesome.
Yeah, they've got even more coming out of that. Then they've got the Middle East project. They've started like almost like a hero project in Africa as well, working with some of the developers down there. Like honestly, they're fostering partnerships across continents. Keep that up. That's allowing them exposure to incredible emerging talents in these markets. So keep that up and refocus. Make sure you are offering, because the core studio's job and what PlayStation realized, and it seems like they're back to that, is your core studios are there to present single player story driven titles that on a level that most other studios cannot produce. That's what they've always done. Like there was never another Uncharted. There was never another Last of Us. That's what you're supposed to do. Offer me those titles that are undeniable. Even if it's just one, right? Because people think it's got to be a billion of them. If somebody's just like, because people think they're cute when they're like, why would I get a PlayStation for one game? Well, get in line, bro, because tons of people have done that. I bought a Switch 2 basically to play freaking the name's killing Fable, or not Fable, Fire Emblem.
Fable. Oh shit.
Yeah,
they announced it. Yeah,
to play Fire Emblem. So you know what I'm saying? Like I bought a new Nintendo 3DS because it was the special edition Fire Emblem edition. Like people have been buying titles for one game plenty of times. So people think they're cute when they say that, and the reality is we know it ain't one game. They just like to say that because they're trying to be cute. But again, as long as those titles are doing what they're supposed to, driving people as a differentiator to their console, I think that's what they need to refocus on. They need to make sure this launch lineup for whenever PS6 does come is also set up. So there's a combination of things that they're really dealing with right now, where they've got to make sure the ending, then the next 2 years or so of PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro are really solid, and they're not waning development there too early. We're clearly going to have some cross-gen titles to a degree as well, because that's going to be a thing these days. But yeah, I think as long as they do that, I think that's where we're at. And yeah, the acquisitions are completely off the table at this point, unless something is just a monumental fit. You've been working together for years. Like bring back that PlayStation, where you've been working with this company for years. They're basically already working with you internally in everything but name. They just haven't been brought under the banner. That is where PlayStation's success is in bringing in successful studios, not just going out there and picking and trying to find, eeny, meeny, miny, mo to find somebody to make a live service title. That's not working for them. So yeah, I hope it's over, man.
I do too. I that's kind of where I'm at on it. I really want it to be over. I want it to be done, finished, no more, nowhere to be seen again, never gonna be seen again. And yeah, that's what I want. I don't like it. I don't think they should be doing it. And I'm tired of seeing studios go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying, I think we got through most of what we're getting through. So I'm gonna,
we did.
I'm gonna head out and go grab this girl's coffee.
No, you're good, man. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Innate stuff
man.
is in the description below. And yes, we did. Tonight's show is actually going to be a little shorter, but we do have one last topic PlayStation Plus essential games, and now I know Jez probably has all of these because he's a real gamer, but I don't have all of these. And so you said, don't say that.
I said, who said that?
Who said that? So Lords of the Fallen, Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remastered, and then Sword Art Online. Those are the monthly games. And I was fooled earlier because somebody had posted on X the monthly games for April, and they linked an article from 2024. And so I saw Minecraft Legends and 2 other games, and I was like, this is bad. What? Why is it so bad this month? Because we've had pretty decent PS Plus months lately. And one of the guys in the Discord, Josh, was like, I don't think it's that bad. And he showed the actual lineup, and I was like, oh, that's actually not too terrible. So we get to see what it looks like to have Tomb Raider remastered. That's going to be a fun way for me to kind of wet my whistle a little bit before the Legacy of Atlantis comes out, because that's another game I'm really excited about. And I've never played a Sword Art game, so probably dive into that for a little bit. Lords of the Fallen, I can't get past the first section, so that's definitely a Souls style game that can just stay in the Souls style like realm. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't want it. Jez, do any of these games pique your interest?
What were they again?
Lords of the Fallen, Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remastered, and Sword Art Online.
Tomb Raider, maybe I'll try one of those, but no, Sword Arts, nah, I'm not not interested in that. And yeah, no, none of them really, except Tomb Raider. Maybe I'll try it, but otherwise, yeah, nothing really there.
Crazy
the last
enough.
one, who do they have last? That Elder Scrolls Online, Monster Hunter Rise, 2K Golf, and Slime Rancher 2. There's so many games, like it's crazy.
Yeah, and last month I felt like had at least a little something for most people. The games they have been, when I should have been more specific, but they have been knocking it out with PS Plus Extra as of late. Like,
yeah,
that service has been getting all of the love.
That one's been,
and it seems like Essential has been kind of not. And, it's just ebbs and flows, but Sword Art Online for a title that's just, just try it, see what's
there's like tons of them too.
Yeah, there is. And so I'll definitely give that a shot. But yeah, and then I am excited to see what Tomb Raider looks like. Just that it was a game that I saw my buddy's dad play, and I remember the schoolyard conversations about, man, there's a way to make her naked. All you got to do is jump on top of this little statue here and then do a backflip swan dive off into the pool. And then, boom, glitch, she's naked. And, like, my buddies tried that all the freaking time. And it was hilarious because you'd be over at their house and they'd just be trying to just jump on top of this dang statue just to make it glitch out. And it never did. It was one of those, like, folklore tales that... But... No, PS Plus has a decent month coming up.
Mirror was good. That was good. The thing that kills them is the classics. Like that, I think is so dead.
Oh man,
dude, that is like the worst. Like they're really leaning on the streaming aspect of it. Yeah, but like their classic stuff, like so they have the Tekken, which is decent, but like one game.
Yeah,
it gets slowly building that library. Like that library, it's decent. But man, it could be so much better. Like they got tons of ape escapes in here. They got like cool, good stuff. It's not bad, but like it just seems like it's trickling, man. They could be putting tons of shit in there.
They could, and that's kind of the problem with PS Plus. That is the problem with PS Plus. Essential is what it is. Extra has been lights out as of late. Lights out. Dear goodness.
Yeah,
it's been so good. Hell, Cyberpunk was in January. That's a massive.
They put Madden in there, which I don't think they ever had Madden, like a sports game in there.
Very first time Madden has been in PS Plus. Period.
Any draft.
We talked about that last week, and I was like, I think that means Madden is kind of floundering as a franchise for them. The numbers are starting to go down a bit.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they're trying to bring in player interest or gamer interest.
Well, it's during the draft, because I've never seen Madden. Madden's done once the season's over. You don't see Madden ever again.
Nope.
You know,
not even a little bit.
But they got some crazy games in here, man. They got like this other game I was looking as the World's End or something. No, wait, not World's End. What the hell was it called? I thought about buying it, but I'm not gonna. Now they have it in here. It's called the Echoes of the End.
Echoes of the End. Let me look that up.
It looks damn cool. I might have to try it. It looks good. Echoes of the End Enhanced Edition. It says like 27 people played it.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Henry said that game has actually gotten a couple updates and he was going to check it out.
Yeah.
And
that looks cool.
He played it and beat it. A couple updates and he was going to check it out. He played it and beat it when it
came out?
Yeah, like when it came out before all the updates. And so he was like, all of y'all get to go and play it with the updates. And but no, he said he really enjoyed that game. He said it was a really good title.
Yeah, it looks cool. This Neville looks cool too. It looks like Ori.
Dude, there's so much crap in Plus lately. Like, I'm playing literally 3 games right now from PS Plus Extra.
Yeah.
It's just so much.
So many. What is this? The Return of Moria. That's a... Shit, that came out in 2023. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the catalog has been crazy. Like, they did the Hello Neighbor, the Persona Unlimited Edition.
Yep, Persona 5
they got a lot
just got added.
And then the trending ones, that the Spider-Man, Cyberpunk's in there.
Bro, I don't need quick resume. I am so sorry to tell you that. I don't want quick resume.
Well, they don't want it either. They could turn it off. They got excited to turn it off. They don't need it either. Never, dude. It's been crazy. Like, somebody got to do a book on like quick resume was the best thing, and then when it got turned off, they thanking Asha like she gave them gold, and then the whole exclusive talk now, man. After they were just like crying, like that's not the future. Now they're begging for exclusives. It is
quite
craziness,
comical,
man.
It's comical.
It
it's
is
funny. It's stupid funny, but it's funny
it's
nonetheless.
Sad funny, but it's funny.
Yeah,
it's more funny than sad, but it's sad funny.
It's kind of sad.
And
funny.
they're gonna get the rug pulled from out of underneath them again. Like I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what they think, but it's just crazy how exclusives are back on the table. And what's funny is that exclusives came back on the table as soon as that whole Jason Schreier article came out about how Sony's kind of done with the PC stuff.
Yep.
Then everybody's like, whoa.
Rachie, what do you mean? Rachie said you just said you are playing 3 PS Plus games. Yes, I am. Yes, I am playing 3 PS Plus games right now. Are you comparing the PS Plus subservice gaming to Game Pass? Because I can give you a couple different ways they're unequivocally different. But like, yeah, let me know what you mean by you just said you are playing 3 PS Plus games, because yes, I am. So quick resume was perfect for quick resume. Oh, to cycle between. Do you realize how long it takes to load into a game? You're telling me to use quick resume to like swap back and forth? Come on. But it's, I could just stop one and start the other the same. Like, you hit the PS button, you press the game you want to play, you press X, and then it says play game. You play game, and if you have another game going, it'll say you'll have to close this application to play this other game. You close it, and then boom, you're in the other game. Cool. Like that. Sorry, man. Companies, and Sony does it too, but companies who do little things like that and try to make a big deal about them, it's just fucking wild. Like, you can charge your controller through a USB cord. Woohoo! It's a feature. It has it on the front now. Like, how? Like, really?
Yeah,
like,
no, that quick resume was broken since day one, man. Like, I remember when I had the Xbox and I did that quick resume, and like it would kick you out of a game to the main title screen because the game needed to connect to a server, and there was no way to bypass it. So every time you played that game, it would just kick you out to the server, and it was like extra resume. Like, it took longer. I was like, I might as well just boot this from cold boot rather than quick resume because you're kicking me out of it. And they never addressed it until 5-6 years later. It's pretty wild that they waited that long for it. But that quick resume broke some games. Like it would kick you out because they'll say server not logged in, and a lot of games, even single player games connect online. So that and the problem was that there was no indication that a game was quick resume. Like they should add a little logo. They love their logos. A little indication to say like, hey, this game is like in its frozen state, so you would know. So it's pretty jarring, some of those games, because you don't know, a game from a month or two ago, you'll boot up and you'll be mid jump, like it's like, whoa, what the hell? Because the quick resume came on. So like it was a little jarring in the sense of it, because it kind of, and then some games they didn't even support it. Like the devs didn't even utilize it. So
I don't know. That just seems like a useless feature to me. Like even during the podcast tonight on my portal, I have played 3 different games, and like, I'm not playing right now, but like I played a little bit of Shinobi, got stuck on that puzzle. I went and played a little bit of Metal Eden. Like I was able.
The quick loading, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just doesn't make a difference to me.
It was a weird thing. It was them to try to get you to use, like, you have all these games in Game Pass, and it was more of that, like, so you could bounce around between games, and like how you bounce around Netflix. So
facts. Josh, that's a great example. Josh said, now we have power saving mode that we don't know what the point of it is.
That is the stupidest thing ever. Like I ran. Joe was just like, I got this full. I want to be pulling electricity from my neighbors, not saving my own electricity, like in low power states. I'm like, that is the weirdest thing. Like, and again, then somebody in my chat said, well, there's people, and I don't know, like, I don't know where they said they were, but they're like in Europe or something like that, where they don't have good electricity, and I'm like, so they did it for that? Like, I don't. It makes no sense. Then make it regional. I don't know. It's just the strangest thing where, like, you boot up a game, can't wait to play it, and it's like, would you like to enable power saving mode and run your game in low resolution? I'm like, no, I'm not running my PlayStation on battery.
So Raichi, here's the thing. If you said if PlayStation had the tech, I would use it. Okay, so PlayStation has something that I do use that's kind of similar, but not really. So what they have is where you put it into rest mode. The game goes into rest mode as well, and 99.9 times out of 100, there's only like 1 or 2 games that I can remember playing where I tried to load back in and was like, oh, you've been disconnected from the server. One was Diablo 4, and the other one was it was another one of those single player games, but it was always online. And outside of that, though, when I load back into my PlayStation, that will be sitting there waiting on me to start it right back up. I do love that feature because it lets me not have to worry about like closing out of the game, closing out of the app, and all that. This is Sleep, the thing we had last gen. Yeah, we had it too last gen, as if I remember correctly. No, we didn't. We didn't have it on the PS4. But I really used that.
Yeah, it had Sleep. It was the yellow light, remember? And when it was blink yellow, it would sleep.
I guess it did, yeah. Okay, yeah, it did. Listen, dog, I can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago, much less 8 years ago. Or 5, 6 years ago. Mode. But for quick resume, you got to understand, I normally am not the gamer that's bouncing between 3 different titles. I pick a title, I play it, that's the title I play for that night, and I'm done. And then I go to bed and go to sleep, and then the next night I pick something different. I don't do a lot of jackrabbit gaming. It's actually kind of strange that I'm doing it right now between 4 different titles. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I would, but the weird thing is the hyping up of it that people do. How quick resume is the greatest thing since sliced bread. How it's one of the best features you can have. It's like, it doesn't scratch that itch for me, and it doesn't even give me something I'm like, oh man, that's a big desire of mine. I wish I had that. That'd be so cool. Like, it's not even like they don't even create the need in my mind for quick resume because they're so fast to load now. Now, if every game was like Space Marine 2, where the loading screens took 30,000 years, okay, so now with the DualSense vibrating differently, that actually affects the gameplay because it vibrates in most games that use it well, or even use it to some of its potential. It actually enhances your gameplay to the point that when you're playing a game like Ghost of Yotai, that's a first-party studio where they utilize every damn inch of that controller, it actually vibrates to the frequency of her playing her musical instrument, which is freaking insane when you're holding the controller in your hand and you're hearing it spin in the high-pitched sound of her instrument. It's freaking wild. And it pulls you in. Or when you feel every crick and creak of the bow as it comes up. And so, like, that is where the difference is in enhancing gameplay and enhancing your ability to get into the game. And yeah, I mean, if every game took 1,000 years to load like Space Marine 2, I mean, yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. I 100% agree. Quick resume would be amazing, and it's something I would have wanted on the PS2 or the PS3. It's not something I want or need now. Anyways, that's my thought on it. Space Marine.
I rather like share play and share screen and all that stuff. I find that more valuable than quick resume. I use that all the time. Me and Frogs, man, we share screen, share co-op, all that stuff where you get to show, like, you're in a party, say, hey, look what I'm playing, and then somebody could jump in and actually control for you, or you could do co-op.
See, I've never done that. I've gotten close a couple times. Like, there's a couple times that I think I was gonna reach out to Will and like he was gonna hop in a game for. Oh, it was Ace Combat. He was gonna. Mm-hmm. I kept having an issue with like Mission 7. And when you're in a sandstorm and you got to go find these tanks, and it's pain in the ass mission. And Will was like, dude, I could do that damn thing in my sleep. So he was going to take over my controller one night and get me through that. But I ended up getting through it on my own like a day or two before that. But like, I've never used that. I have used the share library thing, with my brother-in-law. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, but share play is so cool. See, I'm playing wrestling right now. Like, I could share the screen to you, and then you could basically be a second player, like with splits, like you could basically be player number 2, and we could play together. I'll be streaming to you, and it works great. Like, yeah. We could try it after the podcast. I'll do wrestle right now. You could try it, and then you give everybody a review of it.
Hell yeah!
Basically, just share my screen. You could play wrestling. We could be a tag team. It's as if you're sitting next to me and we're both playing on the same PlayStation. I did with Frogs. Me and him beat one of these co-op games. It didn't have online co-op, but Gauntlet. We did a Gauntlet. We beat Gauntlet because me and him we were playing just arcade games, and we're just like it didn't have co-op online, but I did share play and we beat it.
That's really cool. I had no idea you could do that.
Yeah, you could control. You could take over for the first player, or you could be the second player.
See, I knew the first part, didn't know the second.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty cool. That takes a whole new meaning to like, hey, would that work with like? Okay, so
work on anything.
Now I have questions. So like Ninja Turtles, the Shredder's Revenge. That has.
I can play that with you. Like if it's 2-player split, like on the same place.
Yeah, it's 2-player co-op. It's 2-player local co-op or 2-player online co-op. But if you don't have the game and I share screen it with you, you can hop in as player 2.
Yeah, and my session lasts about an hour. So basically what happens after that session ends, it used to be an hour. So if it ends, then I just rejoin again and get another hour. So I could co-op stream for an hour. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's really, we're definitely trying that. We'll do some wrestling after this.
I'm in wrestling right now. I share it with you at this show. Shut down.
Yeah. Hey, actually, we are done. Like, now we're just bullshitting. Like, we are done. The show was really short tonight. I got some packing and stuff to do, but now I got some gaming and stuff to do. Remember, guys, next week, speaking of that, as we're closing and everything, next week there is no show. I may try to do a live stream, just kind of a vacation style live stream. Maybe a live stream of just me talking while I'm on the beach and talking about gaming and gaming news and shit. But like, no official show next week. I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be at the beach. TTFN.
Nice.
It's going to be great. So
nice.
I'm going back to my happy place. Dude, I'm telling you, man, there is something to be said about being a beach bum, and I could straight up do it. Like, if I did not have any responsibilities, I could just go lay on the beach and just sit there and let people walk all over me. I don't even care. Just keep it moving, keep going, and occasionally give me some water. Like, and I'll be fine. I love it so much. Like, people ask a lot, so what are you going to do when you're in Florida? What are you going down there for? Are you going to go to any of the amusement parks, any of this, that, Disney? No, I'm going to the beach. Yeah, but you're going down there for like 7 days. What are you doing? I'm gonna go to the beach. What are you asking? What am I doing? Oh, but you're not gonna go check out? No, I don't.
Universal. Stand online. See a picture of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
They gotta be Xbox. They do. They're gonna fly all the way out to LA and take a picture with Asha. They're like, you're not going to Florida to take a picture of Mickey Mouse? And then talk about, and then after you take a picture of Mickey Mouse, you gotta be like, great conversation with Mickey Mouse talking about where the Magic Kingdom is gonna go next.
Really exciting things coming from Magic Kingdom from the House of Mouse.
Exactly, and you have your picture with Mickey Mouse there. That's had a really good conversation with Mickey Mouse about what's happening with the castle and upgrades coming.
So funny enough,
I can't talk about it right now, but I'm hearing good things.
I'm gonna have to do some. Okay, guys, this is start watching the YouTube channel over the week that I'm gone, starting Friday. Because we're planning on stopping at like Buc-ee's and stuff like that.
Oh, Buc-ee's is wild, dude. That place is crazy.
And so I'm going to take a picture with the Buc-ee's statue they have. And it's going to be my conversation, hashtag my conversation with Buc-ee's. I know where the next location is. I have a source inside.
Yeah. Really excited about the new location. Can't talk about right now. Joe, I can see what I can share. Great conversation with Buc-ee.
Great conversation. Yeah, it's amazing.
You had to put your picture, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. Really nice person. Amazing.
His nuggets were great. They were awesome.
The nuggets were awesome. The jerky was out of the control. It was incredible. New flavors coming. Can't talk about them right now.
To be fair, if you ever want to feel like a gross fat ass, go to Buc-ee's and get the triple brisket burger, triple brisket sandwich.
God, dude. You
with
smell that
with the home fries. Oh, with the home style chips that they fry there in house, that they cut there in house.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Dude, that place is. I spent so much money at friggin' Buc-ee's when I was leaving for tennis. After I left like Pigeon Forge, we stopped on that Buc-ee's. They put one over in now, I think in like Shenandoah Valley. That's like the closest one to me. But the one in we went there. Yo, I bought their bathing suit. I bought their fudge. I bought
their fudge is
all
really
their beef jerky,
good.
Their spices.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
Wait a second. Buc-ee's is that far up north?
That's the furthest north it is now. It's like near. It's like 81 on near like Shenandoah Valley, Maryland, like Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the valley.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like
okay.
over there. It's that's the closest one. Yeah, it's like 300 miles away. Or 200.
Okay. I was like, dang,
far.
they've expanded because they're actually just now opened up a store in Florida. It's on 71. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
It's the one that just runs north and south.
Yeah.
And they finally built it on there. And because when we stopped at one of the big gas stations, that's also like a travel center type deal.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped there and the traffic was awful. And we asked the lady, we were like, what is this just like normal traffic? This was last year. And she was like, yeah, but no, they shut down part of the interstate because they're widening it because they had to put a new exit in. I was like, oh, really? For what? She was like, well, Buc-ee's is going right over there. Were y'all not aware? Did y'all not see the signs? And I was like, no. And she was like, yeah, that's what she said. She goes, yeah, ever since they've been here, it's just like taken over. Everything is construction now. And
wow.
So
Yeah, and they got a car wash. Like, it's crazy.
If you can think it, they have it. Like,
yeah,
I'm not even kidding. They have cutting boards. They have aprons. They have grills. They have basketballs. They have footballs. They have knickknacks and memorabilia. It's everything. And
food.
There is a full-on convenience store attached to everything I'm saying. So it still has all the drinks. It still has the chips, cookies, sodas, crackers, candies, all the C's. Has all those.
And it's their brand.
And a lot of them is their brand. And a lot of their stuff is relatively clean when it comes to the ingredients that are used. So, like, it's also expensive as hell. Like, you will drop $100 in Buc-ee's on, like, nothing. And you'll go out to your vehicle and go, what the fuck did I just do?
Yo, I thought the craziest thing was, like, in the bathroom, they were selling paintings. Like, artwork. Like, on the way to the bathroom, they got artwork on the wall that you could buy.
Dude, they have everything. But back to what I was saying, there's also another one called Maverick. Well, some stores have the Mountaineer, the Maverick, like, mascot or whatever, out front. The Trailblazer or whatever the hell he's called. And so I could take a photo with him. Be like, hey, guys, I got...
Buc-ee's, you're in trouble. I heard exclusives are coming to Maverick.
Exclusives are coming to Maverick. They're not sharing their secret sauce anymore.
Yeah, when you saw them all go out there for GDC, man, you knew, like, they can't wait to go out there. It's just crazy.
Dude, it has been... my stress level went gone when I stopped listening to Xbox shit. It's so stupid.
Dude, they're excited for FanFest. That's it, man.
God. Is BlizzCon coming back too?
I don't know.
Probably. Asha, hey, listen, she's going to come in and she's going to do all this crap trying to build everything back up, and she's going to get told no by Satya Nadella, and he's going to be like, yeah, this has all been great, but yeah, these games are still going to go to PlayStation. Did you see the numbers? Like, did you?
I don't like, you know, that's what Tim Dog was going on about. I was like, all of a sudden the money's not an issue anymore, dude. Like, all the margins and them losing money. Like, all of a sudden, what, Gears costs like less money now on Fable? Like, yo, they got to make their money back. You know, Asha's not gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Satya was all hyping up game sales, and he's gonna be like, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna hold it back because Tim Dog and other fans, we want like grinders to go. Like, he's like, you know, the grinders want to go back. I'm like, yeah, because Satya is like, oh yeah, we want the Grindhouse to go back to Xbox. Dude, they don't give a shit about the fans. They didn't care about us for 10 years. You think all of a sudden now because Asha's in there, and what's crazy is that all her tweets are so calculated in the sense that she's just like, oh, Meat Boy from the Xbox Live Arcade in 2010. It's like, Asha, you are like, either that's AI prompts or you are just, and they are eating it up. After they just got screwed with the ROG Ally, they are just like right back in it, man. It's insane. Yeah.
I know, and that's the crazy part. It flipped. Like, the zeitgeist around Xbox within their fan base absolutely flipped on its head when Asha took over. It was confusion for 2 days, and then it's been dick riding ever since.
Yep. Oh, like it's been... there's no doubt in her. Like, she was like hiding in the background all these years.
Yeah. Like, it's she crazy. Popped out of the back of the curtain. Sup, bitches? What y'all doing?
Yeah. They're like, oh, she knows. She's listening. She knows. I'm like, yo. And then she brought back FanFest. And it's like, yeah, she brought back FanFest. But think about it. She brought it back because they need the 25th anniversary. Like, it is the 25th anniversary. And secondly, this is an Xbox campaign, dude. That doesn't sell Helixes or bring people to Windows. So, like, it makes sense for her regime to not want this as an Xbox because they want you to buy they want you to go on a Windows device, you know?
Man. Hey,
so it's not bringing anyway.
We were I still need to do the WWE thing with you. But we were going to cover a story. I remember earlier I said I got God on April Fools. Let me tell you what did it.
Yeah, which one was it?
So,
was it the ads on Xbox?
No, it was the Ubisoft canceling Black Flag shit.
Black Flag.
Black flag resynced. That's hard to say.
Jesus.
That's hard to say. And then
what? Oh, that's still coming out?
Supposedly, yeah. It was an April Fool's joke. The fact that it got canceled was April Fool's, and because I had sent it, and then I sent it to Enate real quick, and he goes, "Read the comments. It's April Fool's." I said, "Oh shit, I got." So, but that's one of those ones that's just believable enough, and you're like, "Yeah, that makes sense. They're floundering. Why wouldn't they cancel it?" But, anyways, guys, I gotta go try this out with Jez. Y'all have a good night. Jez, where can they find you? They all know you, but where can they find you?
Oh, the Gaming Grindhouse. You can find me on Monday nights and also during the week. But Gaming Grindhouse, Jez7780 on YouTube.
Shout out to the grinders. Shout out to D487 for the $60 in gifts tonight. Glaze. Appreciate that so much. You actually did just help me buy another video game this month, so I do appreciate that. If y'all also want to support my habit, y'all can. It's $5 a month. Y'all can become a member. Thank y'all so much for those of y'all who stay. I am Thrifty, also known as the Aggressively Average Gamer, and I will see y'all officially back in 2 weeks. Y'all have a good night, and thank y'all